This is the plaintiff, Stephen Graham. He says he rented a stall in the defendant's storage facility and parked his trailer there. And when he went to retrieve the trailer one day, it was gone. The defendant rented his stall out to someone else. His trailer was stolen, and he has no idea how the defendant doesn't think he's responsible for reimbursing him. The $4,326.14. He's out. This is the defendant, LaTanya Craig Reed. She says there was a break-in at the facility while it was closed, and the plaintiff's property was one of the things stolen. Nothing she did was negligent. The cops caught the thief, and she clearly states in the agreement she's not responsible for theft, so she owes nothing. She's accused of not keeping things locked up tight.
All parties, please use your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Stephen Graham, you are suing RV Storage Incorporated, which is represented here today by the operations manager, LaTanya Craig Reed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For $4,326.14 that you say they owe you because they were storing your trailer and it got stolen. Tell me what happened.
Yes, I start renting this particular stall from them back in September of 2017, and it's a single stall storage. I guess it's about 20 feet wide, 40 feet long, and I parked my car carrier / hauler there, and that's the only thing in the yard.
Is it this kind of thing that I'm seeing in this picture? It's
a 22-footer.
Okay. Wow, that's big. All right, and so you're parking it in that stall for how long? For how?
Since September of 2017.
Okay, and you're paying how much a month?
$90 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you sign anything when you rented the place?
Yeah.
Who's the fellow
Yeah.
next to you?
That's John Warren, my nephew.
Okay, watch and learn, nephew. You see how he has everything in a little folder, so I don't have to stand here for 10 minutes getting angry that he can't find what. Okay. All right.
So on December the 27th of 2017, I believe it was between 6:30 and 7 a.m. in the morning, I went to retrieve my trailer for work that day, and it wasn't there. Now, the gate was locked. It was my chain, but it wasn't my lock. So I immediately, I kind of lost it. I just start running around the yard, driving around, kind of, maybe somebody pulled it out or is just sitting somewhere else. And I ran into Mr. Hammond, Carl Hammond.
Who's the owner?
Who's the owner. He was sitting in a truck out there, and I go, hey, sir, my trailer's missing, but my gate's locked. And he says, well, that thing's possibly halfway to Texas now. And I'm like, what kind of answer is that?
Terrible
So
one.
he says, call the cops.
Okay.
So I ran home to get my files, because I do keep files pretty good, and then I returned to the yard.
And then?
And then I went
Did
into
you
the
call the
office.
police?
Yeah, let me
see the police report.
Okay.
It's a police report from that day?
Yes, which took hours, but yes, this is a police report.
So then what happens? Did you have insurance on this thing?
No, I didn't have any insurance on it. As a matter of fact, I know I signed that contract, but the day that I got that stall, I didn't get the contract with. I just got the receipt for the deposit and another piece of paper. But
the day your signature goes on the contract, do you read what you signed?
Yeah, I know.
Are you just good about keeping records, not reading them?
Well, at the time when I got the stall and also the storage area, I had some friends that's in construction and carpenters, and I was happy to get rid of stuff around my house.
You got something around your house at a reasonable price.
Right.
And why did you get it at a reasonable price? Take it away, LaTanya.
Right.
Why he got it at a reasonable price?
Right. Do you guys provide insurance?
We do not provide insurance.
In fact, it's right in the contract.
It is in several parts of the contract,
right,
actually.
over and over,
Yes,
that you need to get your own insurance because we do not secure your stuff. You're just renting the space. We are not responsible. You hold us harmless for you indemnify us from whatever, and
Yes,
blah,
ma'am.
blah, 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 blah. All lawyered up. Lawyered up, tight like a drum. What happened to his stuff?
Initially, and Mr. Graham is correct, when he first made a report, he made more than one report. He made a report on the 27th, and at that time, he did not mention that the lock was not his. So the entire facility, and we did not know at 7:30 in the morning when Mr. Graham came in that the entire facility had been broken into. There were several things that were taken, not just Mr. Graham's was broken into, but probably about 6 other units. Everything.
In fact, they used Mr. Graham's truck. According to the video you guys saw, you didn't bring me the video, did you?
We did not. No,
Okay.
I
the
have a
report's
video.
over, but
Do you have it?
yeah.
I have video.
Can I see it?
It will be this one here. And my trailer is a little bit different because it has about 40 or 50 lights on it. It lights up like a Christmas tree at night. And see, my trailer is well lit.
Oh, yeah.
Overlit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like Christmas.
They ever catch a thief?
They did, due to the supplemental reports. Well, actually, what ended up happening is that the thief stole some personal information from another occupant.
Oh, good Lord.
And they were caught with that personal information. Police asked, hey, where'd you get this? Where'd this come from?
And
they were
who was
able
the thief?
to-
It was somebody who was actually renting
It
from
was
your
actually
place.
an employee of a former renter.
Employee of a former renter. Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, so due to the reports from everyone, they ended up catching the person and supplementing it, knowing that the items had come from RV storage, and they were able to
What happened to the
connect it.
guy?
He went to jail. As far as the last that we know, he was in jail. He was incarcerated
Where?
in California.
Oh, elsewhere.
Yes.
Oh, your trailer was halfway to Texas.
He was right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so did anybody ever give that information to the people who were victims of theft there?
I'm pretty sure that Mr. Graham did not receive that information.
Why wouldn't you guys send it to him?
Uh,
Did you bring the police reports of the follow-up of how the guy got arrested?
The supplemental report, which is nothing is addressed to RV storage, because RV storage.
No, but how did you find out the guy got arrested?
Oh, the LAPD called us, and yes,
They called you.
They called us, and they
It
said,
would
"Hey."
seem to me like the least you could do is call your customers who were the victims of the theft and forward the phone number for the LAPD who called you.
At the time, I believe that Mr. Graham had all the information that I had. He had seen
Except
the
for that then you
video.
got new information, right, Latanya?
Well-
You got new information and then you didn't share it with him. Why? Because he was rude to you back in January and...
Continually, if you want an honest answer, is
I
because
do. I
did not-
virtually insist upon it when I place
want to
people on
approach
the road.
Mr. Graham. I did not want to approach Mr. Graham anymore. I did not want to come in contact with Mr. Graham
come?
anymore because he completely bombarded me. Hey, you guys did this, you guys did that, to a point that I get nervous now thinking about it. I thought that he was going to hit me. He's standing over my desk. He's shouting. He's failing his arms.
Where's your husband?
You did this. Oh,
Where's
he
that
walks
big
in.
guy?
Then
He was
walks
there.
in. He walks in.
Hold on.
He walks in, and I'm visibly upset. I'm shaking, and he continues to ask me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm fine, because I know as soon as I tell him I'm not okay, then this becomes a even worse situation. So I choose not to engage with Mr. Graham. Even
All right,
now,
well, I still
even
think
he's
that as a
still-
professional, you guys owed it to all of your victims to at least tell them, hey, here's the name and number of the guy got arrested. Maybe you can recover your stuff. And I think you should do that now. Even if you haven't done it up to now, you should do that now. That's the right thing to do.
You're right.
You don't need to engage. You just need to mail them something that has the information.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So is it legal for a company to say, even if we screw up, we're not responsible for losing your
I
stuff?
think so. You're on their property, so they should be responsible for your stuff.
But the question is, can they actually say we're not in a contract that you sign?
Say anything they want to.
What do you think?
I think they can absolutely say that they're not liable for it, which is how they get away with,
So they screw. So they don't lock up a facility, say, and somebody comes in and steals all your stuff. If you sign that contract, tough luck.
I think that's void as against public policy.
Do you?
Harvey?
Well, those are words. No, those are words of a lawyer. I know this. You're a lawyer.
I am, yes.
See, going inside the courtroom.
What am I going to do for you?
Okay.
Exactly what can I do for you that you didn't do for yourself when you signed this contract that says under no circumstances will I sue you if I have a loss because I agree that I'm going to buy my own insurance? What can I do for you?
Well, Your Honor, I can accept the fact of their policy. That wasn't the problem. The problem is that the lock that was on my gate was not my lock.
You know that's
That
not
day-
on the report on the 27th. Do you have a report for the 2nd?
So who?
On January 2nd, when you came back, was there a second report?
Well, no, I just
No?
left a message with them on the 31st because on the 31st.
That wasn't my question. Do you have a second police report is my question.
No,
Okay.
I don't. They couldn't give me any information. She says she's not allowed to give me any information or not allowed to get involved.
Stop.
Okay.
I'm looking for a report where it says someone else's lock is on here. Because your testimony is, yes, someone else's lock is on there after January 1st.
No.
Because it's empty and we rented it.
No.
And your testimony is
I have
someone
a
else's
video.
lock.
Yeah.
You have a video taken what day?
The 31st of December. But the lock that was on the gate was
Do you
locked.
have a video of somebody else already in there on the
Yes.
31st? Oh,
Yes.
let's see that. Did you guys re-rent it as of the 31st?
A renter that was
27?
already renting was to take residence on the 1st. So it's a person who's already renting with us, came by, hey, I need
but
this.
did
and
you
then-
rent it while
We did
the
not.
indignity of
Yes.
him paying for the month of December.
Yes.
Did you guys actually re-rent it once his thing was still, hey, he didn't need his thing stolen, and not refund him any money for December?
Okay, so even if we go with Mr. Graham's statement that it was rented on the 31st, which it wasn't, the person did come in on the 27th. We called Mr. Graham and asked him again. I did. Mr. Graham, are you sure you want to give up the space? He says yes. I don't have the trailer. His exact words were, why do I need it? I don't have the trailer anymore.
Okay.
So the
You
contract.
called him on what day and had
on
that?
it was either the 27th or the 28th, right before New Year's Day, before the office was going to close for New Year's. So it was 27th, maybe the 28th or the 29th.
So did you offer to return the month of December?
I offered to return the days that he felt that was slighted, but I would have been more than happy to return the entire month of December and any time that he needed to find another place to rent, which is what we did with the other claimants. Some people did leave us. You know, occupants did leave. It wasn't
I'd leave
safe.
you.
We
I would leave you
offered
just
them-
because I would be worried that it was so easy to hit you that time that I'd be worried they'd hit you easily the next time.
And so what we offered other people were a waive in rent while you find some place
Well,
else
she's
to
already,
park.
okay, you supposedly re-rented it as of the 1st, but
Yes.
you let the guy in after
I
the...
did not let anyone in. I don't know what
Your
happened
Honor,
with...
that-
No, I didn't let anyone
Hold
in.
on, ma'am. What's that, please?
In the morning, this is where my trailer was stolen. They got a lock on my gate. This is not my lock. This is the yard, my yard. And they'd have moved people in my yard. So that lock that was on here the other day when my trailer came up missing, I never did really check the lock. But yet, whoever took that off.
Still what? That's you saying you didn't check the lock back then. Just stop. It doesn't matter. You're dead. You're dead because of the contract you signed. They took such care to be very clear with you. Buy your own insurance. Don't come to us and sue us for anything because we're making you hold us. You blameless on this and indemnified. All that's in your contract. You know that. So how is it that you come and sue and put it before me and expect me to ignore what you didn't ignore? That's the contract and the deal you struck. Now, I think it would be appropriate to return the man's, at a minimum, the unused days of $11.16. It might be even more appropriate in a gesture of goodwill to return the month of December because it was a very unhappy month. What
Take
would
that
you like to
into
do,
consideration.
LaTanya?
I think that we will reimburse Mr. Graham for his
Okay,
month of
$90
December.
for Mr. Graham. It's not what you were looking for, but a lot of it was principle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
All right, good luck, guys. Take
Thank you.
care.
All right, both sides, hold on.
Well, the plaintiff failed in his effort to get $4,300 here. Mr. Graham, I'm intrigued to know why you filed the lawsuit knowing up front that they weren't responsible.
Well, it was kind of shady with the lock, and it wasn't my lock on the chain. So, but I'm okay with the ruling. You know, I learned something, and I'm here, and
Yeah,
I'm okay. It's all good.
Well, maybe someday you'll find a trailer. Think it's possible?
Maybe in Texas.
Yeah, okay.
He
Well,
said.
hey, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Sorry about what happened to you. All right, thank you very much. That way. Oh, he needed a selfie. Come here. Miss Craig Reed, do you guys, have incidents like this very often?
No, we haven't. Our facility has been open for a little over 3 years, and this is the very first time that this has happened, especially on this type of scale.
And is this the kind of thing that happens a lot in the industry? Do you know or not?
I have no idea,
You
but
don't
not with us. Not
Okay,
with
all
us. Not with RV storage.
So anyway, out of the goodness of your heart, you're going to give him his month rental back,
At
$90.
least, yes.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, Harvey, what you think?
Okay, Doug, here's the deal. If you sign a contract like that where the company is limiting its liability, fact is, they're enforceable contracts, even if they're negligent. So you've got to think about this and look for that clause that says liability limitation before you decide to put your stuff in their hands. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.